So we're going to take a look at these feet of iron and clay and those horns, especially the little horn. The king of the north in Daniel 11:23-45, it's the same as the little horn of Daniel 7 and 8. It's the same as the man of sin of 2 Thessalonians and the beast of Revelation 13. Different names for one power that emerges from the Roman Empire. People say, well, why did the Bible all just use the same name for them? Well, how many names does Jesus have? He's the Lamb of God. He's Emmanuel, God with us. He's the Christ. He's the Messiah. He's the Rose of Sharon. All these things are describing something different about Jesus, right? Well, the same thing is true with this Antichrist power. Each one of these describes a different part of its characteristics. Now, let's take a look at these. The first one, and we're going to look at 15 characteristics, and then they're in your outline this evening. The first one is, it starts from the time of Rome and lasts all the way to the deliverance of God's people. In verse 22, it was talking about Jesus. The people would be broken and also the Prince of the Covenant. But then in the next verse, it says, and after the league is made with him, which is the king of the north, it's a reflexive in the Greek, in Hebrew, it's making it with itself. He shall act deceitfully, yet he shall come to his end, and no one will help him. And when is that time? And at that time your people shall be delivered, everyone who's found written in the book. So you're going to have this power that's going to come up, and it's going to last until it goes down in verse 45, which is when Jesus is delivering his people. So it's going to start way back at Rome, and it's going to go to the deliverance. In other words, it cannot be one individual. It has to be some kind of system. Way too long to be an individual. The little horn has the same thing. I was considering the horns, and there was another horn, a little one, coming up among them. That's the breakup of the Roman Empire. Verse 11, I watched till the beast was slain, and its body destroyed and given to the burning flame. And when is that? Verse 26, and he shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it forever. Then the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdoms under the whole heaven shall be given to the people, the saints of the Most High. That's when God delivers his people and they're given the kingdom. We sure don't have it now, if you haven't noticed. So it starts from Rome again, at the breakup of the Roman Empire, and goes all the way to the deliverance. The man of sin, 2 Thessalonians, the mystery of sin is already at work. First century, something's already going bad. Only he who now restrains will do so until he is taken out of the way. So somebody's holding it back. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord will consume with the breath of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. Starts in the first century, lasts all the way to Jesus coming. Notice how consistent prophecy is. Same time period for all of these.